Tony Jarrett, Mandip, Somerset, Caver, Digger.
How many years have you come to Meghalayan?
Meghalayan, I think 11, 10 or 11 years, probably 11.
Hello, I'm Imogen Furlong. I'm from Sheffield, Kate from Sheffield, and I'm really looking forward to having some fun and adventures in Meghalayan this year.
Hello, I'm Ross Davidson from the Grampian Speleological Group, and we are caving in Meghalayan.
So how do we actually find the dough line?
I don't know, because it's years since I've been there. If you've got the GPS for it,
you go down
you know where
village.
Crumtune is, so you probably be as well to go to Crumtune, and it's the next dough line across, in that direction.
So we can't really miss it.
You can't,
miss
it's
it,
huge.
it's bloody-
You basically walk down right behind the village, that's how you get to it. Right behind Kaidong.
Right behind the village.
Yeah, you kind of, well, halfway in the village there's paths going down. So it's in the
ask
middle of the
below.
village, and you'll find paths that go down.
So we want to go down. Which is the way down? Do you know how to go down? So I carried on rigging down the waterfall, but I couldn't find any naturals that I was happy to use because so we'll have to like set a higher Y and hang and with some bolts, and that'd be fine. Now we are at the bottom of the big dough line, and down here we found a hole going even further down.
So we're gonna rig it, go down, see what happens down there. Only time will show.
So Louise, you started rigging.
Yeah, I started rigging and it turned out to be a rather deep shaft. We've gone down 60 meters. There's a very good draft here. I've just been along this passage for a little while and it gets into a huge chamber. It's very nice with a lot of fish and a lot of bats, so we're definitely going to sample the fish now. I think it is Crim's Ray we've dropped into. But still it's really exciting. It's so beautiful in there. Let's go and have a look.
Okay.
It was a bit spooky when I went into the big chamber because I could hear something splashing in the water and I thought, is anybody here? But then it was just really big fish, a lot of them. Let's go and have a look.
Wow. That's pretty big. And so's the chamber.
Yeah!
He was actually a friend of mine who is a student at the Bern University, and I showed him photos of last year and previous years with the blind whitefish. And he's a biologist, so he really jumped at it and brought the idea to his tutor, and they jumped even higher. So they decided actually to have a pre-research, so they could maybe come here next year and do it properly. So that's why we got these containers and instructions and everything, how to take DNA samples of the cave fish.
You did it! You went to grab it! I was going to just try and scoop him!
Right, well we've just caught a reasonable sized fish. In fact, we're going to measure it, but it's exactly the length of the bottom of the net. What we've got to do now is take a clip in from the fin here. So the fish is going to jump around a bit. Okay. Drop it in the pond. I think we can let him go though. He should be alright after that. Off you go, mate.
I've just realised this doling is enormous. We're going down the vertical bit at the end, but it is huge. And right over there, where the banana trees are poking out, there has to be a hole there. So maybe we need a local jungle man to go and have a look.
Okay, so that we have gone to up down. Surface survey.
Okay. Station 5.2, 6.44, 261 minus 20.
this cave here, which is in a good place for possibly linking Crem Umflu to Crem Muid here, so they're pretty close.
Right.
And we think it goes into Umflu, but we're not sure. And have a good look at all side passages, you might find a missing link.
Right.
Are you okay?
Have a good look at all side passages, you might find a missing link.
I think he said there was like a tiny bit of air.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a full sump. What's that?
That's it, that's what I have here.
Oh, okay.
So are you going to go and push it?
With some?
Yeah.
Give it a try. But,
Yeah, why not? Did you say there's airspace?
Yeah?
Yeah, well, let's push it.
Okay. I'll put my oversuit on. Swimming in the shrimp, pool of shrimp.
Okay.
So shining the light is really powerful when
Yeah, I'll guide your head out as well. Okay.
What?
He's come back. How's that?
Wow. You need to be mentally insane. No, but I feel some air. But I mean,
You think?
yeah, there's some air, but there's like, there's no point for me to breathe out of that air because like I need to go through on one shot. See what I mean? I need to go through. I don't want to, even though there's some air, I don't want like to stop in the middle and breathe that air. Okay, one last.
Okay.
What the fuck was that? It's bad.
But good effort, man. Good fucking effort. Well done. Man. I've had enough of the sumps.
Yeah.
I think you can honestly say we did push everything.
Come on out before you take all the oxygen in that gallery.
Yes, we went down Swiftclip Pond, which is a fine series of pitches, and at the bottom of the pitches there is a constriction, and we needed to chisel away at the constriction.
Oh, this was the Thin Man's.
The Thin Man's caving trip, and
Yeah,
we
that's
chiselled
right.
and we chiselled 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 and we chiselled.
How
we
many
still didn't
hours
get through.
did you chisel?
Many an hour. Many an hour.
The Swifts, oh well, they're fascinating, yeah. They first time I heard them, I thought it was the bats. There was quite a few bats there, and then these swifts started making this clicking noise, and Terry told me they're swifts. As they got closer, you could see them flying around. And the light bamboozles them, so they start flying around even more aimlessly than they were before. Interesting.
We're going back to the dough line another day, and there's one blowing rift pot left to drop at the bottom of the dough line.
The dough line where I've been there so often I'm thinking of moving in. Dolly's crack.
Steaming, isn't it?
It's just, it's crazy that you've got a thing over there blowing, sucking cold air in, and what, is it 15 metres away? This thing is doing exactly the opposite. I can't understand that. So, anyways, have a look.
Don't. Cheers. What's that nut?
This one.
Yeah. Bit tight, isn't it?
No, yeah.
Tight fit. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, just check this stuff under this ledge. Make sure it's not hanging death.
There's a bit of death here. But no, it's opening out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's getting bigger.
Yeah, man.
It's getting bigger.
Getting bigger.
Do you know what? I reckon it's about 30 metres.
Shit. I like a little window out into the jungle.
Yeah, it's cool.
Doesn't feel so drafty down here.
There's a warm draft coming from behind me.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
It's coming from behind me through the boulders.
Right.
There's a passage.
Where's the passage? Oh yeah, well spotted, Ronnie. There's a passage up there.
Above the big ball?
Yeah. So we're exploring the upper level of the cave now, and it's very dry, very dusty, and pretty loose.
Beautiful.
Are you on the next survey station?
Oh.
Due west.
Yeah.
It does seem.
We want to be going south, don't we?
We are going more or less south.
Oh, that's good.
+3.
+3. Yeah. Hey! Nice to see you. Kate, I and Jean-Pierre, we've just been down to Kremsray. We had to resurvey Po Hing Jep, so we did that, but in order to go down we had to rig... what?
There is
oh, the deviation...
piece of rope in the gallery, I take it out?
Take it out, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, we're de-rigging, that's why we have all these things going on. Anyway, we went down. It's a 50-meter pitch, isn't it? Yeah, 50 meter. And
wow,
surveyed all the way to where you guys were yesterday. And then we came back up, de-rigged everything, and...
The cigarette paper wrapped round the stone that we dropped down the pitch.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
We found the cigarette paper that we dropped down from the high traverse behind. And we picked it up, we unfolded it, so now it has like this shape. We went along the lower passage and just below a big hole in the roof, placed it there. So when you traverse over here, if you look down and you see that paper, you know you're just above Po Hing Jep.
Okay.
So we don't need to bother dropping the pitch.
If you see that piece of paper, no need to drop it.
And you know where it would drop in.
I know exactly where it would drop in.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Everything is loose.
This rock is really dodgy, man. Look at that. I think that whole section could come off. You see how it's got this crack here, going all the way down?
Yeah.
You see this crack?
Yeah, I see the crack.
It's not filling me with a lot of confidence. So are we just traversing in the top of a rift here?
Yeah. This was just the original phreatic tube and it's cut down.
So you are traversing on like shit rock that's you've proved your foot has gone through before, over a 25-metre pitch, without a traverse line.
Yeah,
and you know something, Tony? You are officially mad, and I'm not following you. So this will have to be the last leg that I go on.
Gerard, you crazy.
You crazy fool! Crazy bastard. I know you're spending your pension, but like this is ridiculous. Right, so if we pop back, get the rope, and set up a traverse. There's a bit of a drop below you.
It's a bigger passage.
Yeah, that's what we're going to abseil into. But I can't see that cigarette paper.
You'll see it when you drop that.
Don't start chucking the floor down. It's what we're all sitting on.
It's a good sound. I like that.
You happy on one anchor?
So the holes in the roof in Pohingta are coming in from somewhere else. Is that a boulder choke or a mud choke or what?
No, you're just getting, it gets smaller and smaller.
Too tight?
Yeah. Right, and it doesn't go anywhere. It's boulder choke.
Okay, boulder choke.
Small boulder choke. Yeah.
Have to be really careful pressing up on the nut at the top. So when you press the out, try not to bounce too much. There's like the water is dropping down one small tube which chokes.
Yeah.
And there's a possible way on at about 50 degrees.
Okay.
Which needs crowbarring some stuff out the way.
Okay.
Right.
So
but you could potentially push it. You could hammer it.
Okay.
The difficulty is I don't know if it gets
direction?
bigger or if it gets smaller,
Yeah, that's the
and you
thing.
can't really tell. But you can get your head and shoulders in.
Okay.
But I didn't go in any further.
Okay.
So I've come through this rather minging crawl.
Yeah, which is just there.
Yeah.
And it's drafting really strongly into this passage. And the draft is going that way, and in a minute we'll probably be doing some swimming to get through there to survey.
Okay.
When we came to the junction, we went left, and then we went, which is upstream.
However, what really surprises me is that they were heading upstream, so and we were heading upstream, so there's something going off between the two passages that's quite unusual. To be sinking somewhere in the floor, which is yet to be found.
We left at where there was a lead of at least 60 meters, straight going, 5 meters wide and a few meters high. Okay.
So you practice at 7.
And it goes south.
So there'd probably be at least 2 or 3.
I'd worked out that the maths was easy.
Yeah, just standing there.
What was that?
Just standing there.
Who?
Hundreds of people.
Where?
Outside.
What? In the camp?
In the camp. On the ground. Perusing us. Wondering what the hell we were doing. Why the hell do you want to go down a hole in the ground and look at the caves? You've got to be going somewhere. It's no good just doing it because you want to do it. You've got to be doing it for some reason. Like, where does it go?
Did you have a conversation with anyone about that?
Yes, I did actually, and he wanted to pinch my binoculars.
David Attenborough a bit. I've got the voice.
What did you do today?
We were down Clare Cave today.
That's a new pot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of Robin's finds. It's quite heavy going.
In what way?
Lots of flat out crawling, lots of
Not another one of those then.
dragging your beer guts through puddles, basically. But also lots of potential. Good draft, and it's clearly going. So.
And is that what you want to do tomorrow?
No.
Which cave?
The last.
Today we went in the graveyard cave. Scary place to be.
The graveyard cave. Okay, tell me more. Is it underneath the graveyard, or are there bones in there, or what?
We had to shelter under a grave.
I liked it. It's one of the nicest.
Men with the black.
Because of the rain.
It's quite different.
Because of Ayayema, the god of bad weather.
Well, when we woke up this morning, it was raining, so we'll probably have to change our plans a little bit and leave the long duck for another year because we don't want to get trapped in there.